Hey everyone, welcome back. For this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Ryzen 3 3200G, an APU launched in mid-2019. It has 4 cores, 4 threads, a base clock of 3.6 GHz and can boost up to 4 GHz. On top of that, we also have Vega 8 graphics, which has base clock of 300 MHz but can be boosted all the way up to 1100 MHz. We're going to put this APU to the test with no discrete GPU to see how it fares in 2023, pairing it with 16GB of DDR4 RAM. The iGPU supports DX12, so it'll support the latest games. The question is, how well? So we're going to kick things off with something that's the Vega 8 graphics should be more than capable of handling. That's the original version of Skyrim. So we're setting this with the ultra settings, 1080p. Theoretically, it should do just fine. Alright, so we're in the Mages College Winterhold. Let's, indoors. It seems to be fine. I mean, we're getting those 0.1% lows they're okay. It seems to be okay. I mean, obviously, we're close to maxing out the GPU. We're only using up to like 2 GB of RAM for the VRAM. But as you can see already, when we go outside, that drops all the way down to 30 FPS. Of course, bearing in mind we're running this at 1080p ultra settings, we'll probably get better settings by running it at lower resolution, lower settings. But in general, this is pretty much expected from a budget iGPU from 4 years ago. I mean, apparently the Vega 8 graphics are on par with a GPU from like a high-end GPU from like 2008. The Tech Power Up says it's pretty much comparable to that of the HD 4870. So probably get similar results. I don't know, but overall this seems to. Oh, hello. I can't remember what I'm doing. What am I doing? I got there we go. Let's take out some death hands. Some vampires. Oh god, it's vampires. Oh, it's vampires. Nah, I'm out of it. I'm not getting involved. So there we go. Skyrim Ultra 1080p. Seems to it's comfortable. If you drop the settings, you'll get much better results. Fallout 4 now. We're gonna maybe try this at 1080p low settings. Obviously it's a bit more demanding, so I reckon. I mean, and Fallout 4 being not very well optimized, I can imagine we'll probably get not the best frame rates, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. All right, here we go. So we're off to a good start. It's pretty reasonable. Figures that we're averaging 40 frames per second. In terms of CPU utilization, we're at 40 something percent. GPU's nearly maxed out. So I don't know why it's not showing Vega 8. Why it's not showing the temperature? It showed the temperature before. Now all of a sudden it isn't. That's weird. But anyway, well, mind you, the temperature doesn't mean. Well, actually, no, I got it showing the GPU before. Anyway, let's go take out some feral ghouls. All right, the frame rates, the percentile lows are dropping there. Frame rates also dropping. Oh, it's quite significant now. Oh lord, get out of here! Thought we found something. Not got time for that. Some headshots in. Oh god, it feels like there's a bit of an input lag here. I don't know. I've got a new mouse recently, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But in general, this just isn't great. Maybe if we like drop the resolution down to 720p, probably get a better experience. But yeah, this is no better than on console, quite frankly. Console version's capped at 30 FPS. But yeah, that's it. Fallout 4 does it works. It works. If you maybe drop it down the resolution a little bit to 1080p low settings, it's fine. Grim Dawn now. I figured that the Vega 8 should be more than capable of handling a game like this, one of those isometric ARPGs. We're running this at 1080p, of course, with the very high settings. Maybe set the shaders up very high as well, just to. I'm assuming these are the default settings, but we'll just trim those. We could actually run this at 120 Hz, see if we'll actually do that. Imagine we haven't got vertical settings, obviously it don't make a difference, but we'll see how See how that fares. Right, start counting frames, and we're running this at 24 FPS. That can't be right. Hang on a minute. Okay, I decided to scratch that, and we'll run at low settings instead. I mean, I don't know if it felt like it was capped at 24. I don't know, unless it was just really stable. I don't know, but we'll run this at low settings instead. We're getting about 40 odd frames per second. The Vega 8 graphics are maxed out. So, which is to be expected, really. So, but overall, this is a playable experience. This is all good. I mean, you don't really need super high frame rates anyway on a game like this. It runs absolutely fine. You get the odd drops here and there. Get a bit of a stutter. The percentile lows are doing all right. But no, it's completely playable. You at 1080p as long as you use the lowest settings. I mean, you could like maybe drop the resolution depending on what kind of screen you use. And of course, if you're dropping the resolution, it's not going to look as great. So you kind of want the best frame rates from 1080p ideally. But yeah, Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn. It will do. It will run absolutely fine on this at low settings. Witcher 3 now with the next gen patch. Although we are going to run this in DirectX 11 mode just to take the pressure off the Vega 8 graphics for a bit. We're going to run this at the lowest settings and see how we get on with that. Alright, I expected it not to be great, but I didn't expect it to be this bad. We're getting like averaging 16 frames per second. I mean, yeah, GPU's maxed out there. Yeah, the percentile lows are great. I mean, the frame time graph is pretty smooth, so at least it's stable. But yeah, it's 1080p low. You're not gonna be able to play it. I mean, without the next gen, I don't think it would make a difference without the next gen patch because, of course, we are running this in DirectX 11, which of course is recommended for older PCs, or at least not particularly powerful hardware. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I definitely won't be able to play. Maybe if we could drop it down to 720p and see if that makes anything better. Alright, we're now running this at 720p, and it's running better. We're getting just short of 30 frames per second. It's, still getting that stuttering. It's, yeah. I mean, at least if you're going to play The Witcher 3 on a 3200G, you're going to be running it at 720p low settings. It's not going to get much better than that. But at least it's a lot more playable than at 1080p. I mean, how's it going to be when we're going through this town here? It's not doing too bad. I mean, the percentile lows are pretty rubbish, but when we're maxing out the iGPU, what do you expect? What do you want to get my sword out? How do you put your sword away? I don't know how you put a sword away. Anyway, that's Witcher 3 for you. GTA 5 now. We're going to start with 720p with normal settings. We're going to run this in DirectX 10 mode, just to give it the best fighting chance. And here we go. I mean, this is not looking too bad. Averaging 44, it's dropping a little bit, but the percentile lows are looking fine. It's not looking great, I'll admit, but at least it's playable, pretty smooth. I mean, what we're talking, probably PS3 era quality. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Oh no, that's going to be annoying. It's fine. It's fine. We've got it off now. We're off. Oh, we've got to have that roof down. Hang on. Let's go. So yeah, you could play this in play GTA 5 on this pretty easily. I mean, maybe would it make a difference to say it's 1080p? Let's say it's 1080p. Let's see what 1080p looks like. Right, we're at 1080p now, and it's still coping. We're getting about 30. We're just a little. We're not getting as many frames as the at 720p, but still it's stable. The GPU is nearly maxed out, but the CPU is also nearly maxed out. So, but we're still not getting any stuttering. I mean, the frame time graph says otherwise, but it's not noticeable. It's really. This is. You'll be able to play GTA 5 comfortably on this APU without a discrete graphics card. As long as you play it in DirectX 10 mode, you're gonna get the best experience out of it. Just set everything to normal. and you're going to have a good time. Oops. We're going to try out Wreckfest now. We'll run this at 1080p with the low settings. This can be a pretty demanding game, so I reckon it might struggle at 1080p, but we'll see. And off we go already. We're off to a promising start, 35 FPS average, and the percentile lows are looking alright, even with all the cars on screen. It's actually not struggling. Usually my experience is like all the cars on screen, and you've got you get the worst frame rates until you manage to pass them all. But no, this is pretty stable. The frame time graph is a little bumpy, but you don't notice those dips or anything. But yeah, I'm actually this one's really surprised me. So remember running this at 1080p low settings, and we're getting a very smooth experience on an iGPU. It's amazing. And of course, this game came out the year before this APU came out. Oops! Oh no, I'm on fire already. That's what you get when you're trying to drive the smallest car, trying to take on a blooming pickup truck. But yeah, amazingly, Wreckfest runs absolutely fine on the 3200G. Doom Eternal now. We're going to run this at 720p with the low settings. Obviously this game is very well optimized, so I do expect it will run, but how well, one way to find out. Alright, let's rip and tear. I mean, we're getting 60 FPS. Jeez, I would not have expected that. But I wonder if we could run this at 1080p without much issue. I mean, probably get a lower frame rates at 1080p, but if you really want the best experience, you know, for an FPS, you want as high frame rates as possible. So maybe 720p low setting is your best bet. I mean, it's dropping down a bit. Still averaging 40, 50. I mean, the percentile lows are looking good. No visible stuttering. Aim for the gun. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Get the chainsaw, I'll get some health out of these dudes. Or ammo at least, I don't know. Yeah. Ooh. Eat it. Kaboom. And I'm dead. You know what, we will try it in 1080p. Right, here we go, 1080p low settings, we're getting about 30 FPS. This is not ideal. It's probably hard to say this is like an Xbox One experience. I'm imagining that's what runs at like 30 FPS. Why can't I use my glory kill? I'm pressing the right buttons. Oh god, yeah, no, this is really slow. It's like dropped down to below 30. It's like surprisingly slowing the game down. Oh god, this is awful. Nah, 720p. Don't try playing it at 1080p. It just slows the game down. Unless you want it to slow it down, it might make it easier to play the game. I don't know, but nah, for me personally, not a very good experience. 720p low settings. That's probably the best you're gonna get out of this APU with Doom Eternal. Let them get it. No, fudge. On to the next one. We're going to try Death Stranding now. This is, in past experience, this has been a very well optimized game. So obviously run it at 1080p. Graphics, I mean, apparently it thinks there's nearly 8 gigabytes of graphic memory. That's a bit odd, but I think we'll set it all to low settings just for now and see what it makes of that. Okay, after a very long load time, we are in, and yeah, we're at 19 FPS. Oh lord, yeah, it's not. I mean, it's playable somewhat. I'm going to mute the audio because we can't turn the music off. But yeah, this is just not. This is not great. Look, I would have thought we'd get better frames than this, but yeah, 1080p low settings, you're not getting a good experience with Death Stranding. It's a shame, because even on lower end GPUs, I've had a pretty good time with it. We get high frame rates, but maybe if we drop it down to 720p and see what happens there. Right, we're running this at 720p now, and it is looking a lot better. If I just reset the counter, yeah, that's a lot better. You can play this at 30 frames per second. It doesn't look great, but hey, if this is all you've got, you know, if all you got is a 3200G, no discrete graphics card, you want to play Death Stranding, this is how you're going to play it. 720p, low settings. Yeah, this will do just fine. Alright, Cyberpunk 2077. I think in the best we're going to be able to get out of this is 1024x768. We're going to run it at low settings with FSR set 2. We're going to set it to performance first, and just, I mean, it's going to look terrible, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on, shall we? And here we are. So we're getting an average of 30 odd. Oh god, the stuttering's a bit. Oh, now we're set off. The stuttering's pretty bad. We've got some pretty bad input lag here. Oh no, and yeah, this is just unplayable. We cannot get any lower than this. This is just, oh god, it's like I have to anticipate my moves and go early. Oh god, I'm gonna try to use the steel car. Oh. Yeah, you don't even try. Failed. Okay, fine. We can't nick that car. Oh god, this is terrible. This is so terrible. Yeah. Oh god. Oh no. No. Don't even bother. If you really want to play Cyberpunk 2077, you just don't. Just don't. God, it's so unplayable. You're just like trying to move and you end up. The input lag, man. I mean, it's smooth somewhat. We're averaging we're getting a cinematic frame rate, but no, because of that input lag, you're just not gonna have a great time with this. I mean, look at it. It is the CPU bottlenecking the Vega 8 graphics because we're maxed out the CPU. The GPU is not getting maxed out. I mean, what? I mean, for the sake of just see what happens when we change it to 1080p. Right, so here we go. 1080p. It's actually, no, this isn't. Yeah, it's still unplayable. We're still getting that input lag. I mean, at least it runs. It's not like stuttery, but it's just the input lag's still really bad. If all you got is a 3200G, don't even try playing Cyberpunk. It's not going to happen. Unless you've really got the patience to persevere with that input lag. So to conclude, I'm very surprised at how capable this APU is. Of course, with modern titles, it will certainly struggle without a discrete GPU, but we will have no issue with older titles at 720p with lower settings if you're happy to play games like that, or less demanding and well-optimized games. So should you build a PC with one of these APUs? On the used market, they can go for less than £30 here in the UK, so very good value for money if you're on a very tight budget. Also, you have a great upgrade path on the AM4 platform, and you can add a GPU later down the line. Such a system would also make a cool mini PC to use in your living room and stream more demanding games from your main PC. Then you could upgrade to something like a Ryzen 7 5700G later down the line. So that's all for this one. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the Ryzen 3 3200G, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.